Naoya Inoue was born on April 10, 1993, in the quiet city of Zama in Kanagawa Prefecture, Japan, a place far removed from the noise and lights of the global boxing stage he would one day dominate. Growing up in a modest household, he was introduced to boxing not as a hobby, but almost as a natural extension of family identity. His father, Shingo Inoue, was a former amateur boxer with a sharp technical mind. Shingo noticed very early that his oldest son had a rare combination of balance, reflexes, and discipline. While most children spent their earliest years learning how to walk properly or play simple games, Naoya was learning footwork patterns, how to move his head off the center line, and how to respect the structure and philosophy of the sport that would later make him a global icon. As a child, Naoya wasn't loud or attention-seeking. Coaches and friends describe him as calm and focused, the kind of kid who would stare intently at something until he understood it fully. Boxing was one of those things. Even at age 5, when Shingo first put gloves on him, the boy displayed a seriousness unusual for his age. He listened carefully, practiced tirelessly, and showed a natural understanding of timing and rhythm that can't be taught easily. His younger brother, Takuma, also followed the same path, making boxing a shared dream within the family. By the time he entered school, he was already training daily, learning not just how to punch, but how to think like a fighter. His father emphasized principles that would shape Inoue's entire career. Speed first, accuracy next, power last. This philosophy produced a fighter who never wasted movement, never panicked, and never relied solely on brute strength. Instead, everything he did had purpose. During his early teens, Naoya started competing in Japan's amateur system. It quickly became clear that he was not a normal young boxer. He wasn't just winning matches, he was dominating them. His footwork was advanced, his shot selection was precise, and his timing was sharp. In 2009, he won the Japanese Interscholastic Athletic Meeting, one of the top amateur events in the country. That same year, he won the Japanese Junior National Championships. His success wasn't limited to domestic tournaments. In 2010, he won a bronze medal at the Asian Youth Championships in Tehran, facing strong international competition and showing that Japanese boxers could compete at the highest level. In 2011, he captured the President's Cup in Jakarta, an achievement that put him firmly on the map. Even though he was still a teenager, he had already demonstrated that he had everything: speed, technical precision, high fight IQ, and a rare calmness under pressure. With a strong amateur foundation and rapidly growing reputation, Naoya made a bold decision in 2012. He turned professional at the age of 19. Inoue signed with Ohashi Boxing Gym, one of Japan's most respected gyms, known for producing champions and maintaining a high training standard. Even before his debut, people were talking about him as a future world champion. He had a nickname by then too, the Monster. Not because of his personality, he was quiet, polite, and reserved, but because of what he could do in the ring. His punches were not wild or reckless, yet they landed with crushing force. His combinations were clean and surgical, and his accuracy was frightening. It was hard to believe such destructive power was coming from such a small and calm young man. His professional debut confirmed everything people had predicted. From the first bell, he looked like he belonged at the world level. He controlled distance, set traps, and landed sharp body shots that broke opponents down. His confidence was not arrogant. It was the confidence of a fighter who had spent his entire life preparing for this stage. Within just a few fights, Inoue was already facing opponents with much more experience than him, and he was not only beating them, he was dismantling them. In 2014, after only 6 professional fights, he won the WBC light flyweight world title, becoming one of the fastest fighters ever to win a world championship. Most boxers spend years climbing the ranks, learning through long bouts, making mistakes, and slowly evolving. Inoue skipped all those steps. He looked like he had already mastered the sport. Later that same year, he moved up another division and won the WBO super flyweight title. In his 8th professional fight, the boxing world had seen rising stars before. But almost no one had risen this quickly, this smoothly, and with such devastating dominance. As Inoue entered his 20s, his dominance only grew. By the time he moved into the bantamweight division, He had already established himself as a fearsome puncher, a smart technician, and a fighter with championship composure. In 2018, he entered the World Boxing Super Series, a tournament designed to identify the best bantamweight on the planet. In his first fight, he knocked out Juan Carlos Payano in the very first round with a perfectly timed right hand. In the semifinals, he destroyed Emmanuel Rodriguez in the second round, dropping him multiple times with body shots and clean power punches. His speed, timing, and accuracy had reached a level where even elite fighters looked helpless against him. The final was against Nonito Donaire, a legend of the sport, a man with decades of experience, power in both hands, and the heart of a warrior. The fight between Inoue and Donaire in 2019 became an instant classic. Donaire managed to push Inoue harder than anyone else had. Inoue suffered a fractured orbital bone early in the fight, yet refused to back down. Instead, he fought even better, adjusting, countering, and attacking. In the 11th round, he landed a devastating body shot that nearly ended the fight. Donaire somehow survived, but Inoue won by unanimous decision. It was a battle that tested his skill, heart, and endurance, and he passed every test. This victory solidified him as one of the top pound-for-pound fighters in the world. In 2022, he fought Paul Butler for the final belt he needed to become the undisputed bantamweight champion. Butler attempted to survive defensively, but Inoue's relentless pressure and precision eventually broke him down. Inoue won by knockout, becoming the first undisputed bantamweight champion of the four-belt era. By this time, he wasn't just dominating, he was making history. After cleaning out bantamweight, Inoue moved up to super bantamweight, where the competition was bigger and stronger. Many analysts believed this would be his toughest test. Instead, he made it look easy. In 2023, he fought Stephen Fulton, a respected champion known for speed, defense, and elite boxing skills. Many experts predicted a close fight, but Inoue destroyed Fulton with ruthless efficiency. He pressured him from the start, broke his rhythm, and knocked him out in the 8th round. Later that year, he fought Marlon Tapales for the undisputed championship at super bantamweight. Once again, Inoue controlled the fight completely. He knocked Tapales out in the 10th round and became a two-division undisputed world champion, an achievement so rare that only a handful of fighters in history have done it. By 2025, he continued defending his titles with complete command, beating challengers like Ramon Cardenas and showing no signs of slowing down. What makes Inoue different from most champions is not only his knockout power, but the way he uses it. He doesn't rely on wild aggression. Instead, he uses clean technique, perfect balance, and the ability to read opponents instantly. His timing is one of the best in the sport. He knows exactly when to throw a punch, where to place it, and how to make opponents commit to mistakes. His left hook to the body is famous worldwide. It shuts down opponents immediately, often leaving them unable to breathe. Even elite fighters have fallen from it. Outside the ring, Naoya is simple, calm, and respectful. He spends most of his time with his family, especially his father and brother. He does not talk trash, does not show off, and does not disrespect opponents. He lets his fists speak for him. Japanese fans appreciate his humility, while global fans admire his destructive style. This balance of politeness outside the ring and ruthless efficiency inside it is what makes him unique. Critics often debate his place in boxing history, but many already believe he deserves to be mentioned among the greats. Few fighters in modern boxing have been as dominant, as precise, and as consistently powerful as Inoue across multiple divisions. His resume is filled with champions and elite contenders, whom he defeated convincingly. His skills appear almost flawless, and he continues to improve. As of now, Naoya Inoue stands as one of the greatest fighters of his generation, and possibly one of the greatest small-weight fighters of all time. If he continues moving up in weight and maintains success, he may enter the conversation with legends like Manny Pacquiao, Roberto Duran, and Sugar Ray Leonard. But even if he never fights another round, his achievements already place him among boxing's elite. His story is one of discipline, family, and the relentless pursuit of perfection. Every punch he throws reflects decades of training, sacrifice, and focus. Every victory is a testament to the quiet child from Zama, who turned into the monster Not because of who he was, but because of what he could do. Naoya Inoue's journey is far from over. And as the world watches, one thing is clear. The monster is still evolving, still learning, still growing, and his legacy continues to expand with every fight.